This is Eddie Hearn, Matchroom Boxing. You are watching Sporting Icons. You don't need to be anywhere else.
Holy mackerel. So, England get through to the quarterfinals after defeating Colombia on penalties. You know what, at the beginning of the tournament, I wasn't too confident about the team, wasn't too confident about the manager, all that kind of thing. As I'm pretty pessimistic, you know, I've built my hopes up over the years many times, only to be deflated. And today, of course, we're drawing Colombia, and I'm thinking, okay, maybe we could just get past them, then maybe we might be alright in the next round. Is it Sweden or potentially Switzerland, unless I've already played and I've missed it. But either way, against Colombia, I'm thinking, okay, so Colombia, they finished top of their group, so they're not bad. They're not a bad team. This isn't the team of old. This isn't Faustino Asprilla. This isn't Rene Higuita. This isn't Carlos Valderrama. Okay, I'm kind of showing my age here, aren't I? But they're still a decent-ish team with Falcao up front, of course. He's very, well, he's an elite football player, of course. Now, England, first half, did exactly what I wanted them to do. They attacked. They had confidence. They were playing with the ball with confidence and was just attacking the goal. Unfortunately, the goals didn't come, and it doesn't really matter how well you play. Ultimately, that doesn't matter. What matters is how many times you stick that round thing in the back of the net. That is the only thing that really counts, right? So either way, goes in half-time 0-0. Now, of course, I'm sat there and I'm thinking, okay, they're great going forward, but for whatever reason, whenever we have the ball back in defence, they seem to like playing it dangerous. Now, I know there's confidence, but there's confidence and then there's arrogance. And usually where there's confidence, a mistake happens. And where do England always make mistakes? At the back. It's usually a defender or a goalkeeping error. Even the goalkeeper was getting in on it at times, messing about. Rather than just pick up the ball, just sit there on the floor with the ball between his hands rather than just pick it up. What's the point, right? Now, ultimately, as I said, first half, we did well. We absolutely peppered them, no doubt about it. We're getting corner kick after corner kick. Everything's looking rosy, but ultimately we did go in 0-0. Colombia are playing very dirty. For me, they should have had a penalty against Colombia. They should have got more bookings in the first half, all that kind of thing, but it didn't happen. But ultimately, second half comes out, and again, England's playing well. They get the penalty at long last after Colombia. Each time that there's a free kick or a corner, the Colombian players are doing what Tunisia done, doing what Panama done, which is rough up. The England players grab the shirts, put them around, all this kind of thing. This is what happened. Harry Kane goes down. It all seems to be a Harry Kane. He steps up after a few minutes of the Colombians arguing with the referee. Personally, again, the referee should have dished out a couple more yellow cards on that one. But he kind of made up for it. He just started booking the Colombian players for fun after that moment. Harry Kane steps up, scores his 6th goal of the World Cup. So fantastic. And I believe that he's now the first English player to score 3 penalties in a World Cup. And is he joint highest goal scorer now with Gary Lineker? Either way, he's on 6. We're 1-0 up. And I'm thinking, okay, great. We've had the momentum. We're doing great. Trippier's playing well. He's overhitting the ball. That's something that we really need to work on, really, is those crosses. We all seem to hit it really far towards the back post. Now, I know you're supposed to always kick it towards the back post, but not the damn corner flag, you know. But either way, we're doing okay. Henderson's playing well. Dyer looks real good. Thankfully, Dyer is the man of the match, purely for that last penalty, let's be honest. But either way, England, after they score, don't go on the attack. Don't go with the momentum. The Colombian players are down. They're frustrated. They're angry. They're getting booked left, right and centre. England think, you know what we're going to do? We're 1-0 up. Rather than go for a second one to give us like a little bit of a cushion, let's just sit back. Let's mess about with it. Let's keep on passing it back to the goalkeeper. Let's keep on passing it back to the defenders so they can play tic-tac-toe with it. Ridiculous. I mean, I'm old school. Kick the damn thing up front. All right, just kick it into row Z if necessary, kick it towards the other end, keep it away from danger. That's just my old school mentality. Now, of course, I've seen many England teams over the years. I mean, I go back as far as I can just vaguely remember as a very small kid, the 1986 Maradona incident. And again, a lot of these things were down to errors that we seemed to make, and we were starting to make some errors. England sit back, don't really go for it. Ultimately, with a lot of injury time, Colombia get an equaliser. 2 or 3 minutes into injury time, was it? And at this point, I'm thinking, oh crap. What makes it worse? Now, I'm not a superstitious person, okay? Because I'm sat there, and right as Colombia, with like 2 or 3 minutes into injury time, they get the corner. And my wife goes, Colombia's going to score here. What happens? They score. So every time my wife decides to speak up, oh, Colombia's going to score here, I'm very, very close to banging her in the mouth. Don't get me wrong, I'm not a violent person towards my wife. I've never once hit her in my life. But football and things like that piss me off. Don't tempt fate is what you do, okay? She's very, very close to getting thrown out the window. But luckily for her, England managed to hang on. Now, the first half of the extra time, the first 15 minutes, again, it's just all Colombia. And I'm looking at this and I'm trying to think, okay, hopefully that is trying to make the Colombian players just get tired, run around quite a bit. But ultimately, this is a knockout. There is no round after this one. So England, get on your bikes, get on your skates, get on whatever the hell it is that you need to be getting on and go for it. Second half of extra time, that's exactly what England done. Lucky, unlucky even, to not have scored on a couple of occasions. And I'm thinking, why didn't you do this in the very second half of the game? You know, why didn't you do this in the first half of extra time? Then, of course, it comes down to penalties. I go into the garden. I don't watch penalties. Again, I've seen England lose to Germany, and it's just bad memories. So, I don't watch penalties. My wife, being Moroccan, she loves England, of course, and she wants England to win the World Cup, ultimately because her country got knocked out spectacularly, although they play quite well in Morocco. But either way, you know, she can sit there and she is probably the loudest person in the street, shouting up and down, yeah. So, of course, I'm hearing exactly what's going on while she's in the living room with my 5-year-old. Yes, he's still up this time of night, 9:30. And I'm in the garden trying not to get involved in it. She's shouting, so I know exactly what's going on. So, ultimately, it comes down to it. The very, very last one, I'm thinking, right, okay, stuff it, let's get up. It's got to be over now. She's gone a little bit quiet. I guess England have been knocked out on penalties. I walk in. Dyer has just stepped up, and I'm looking at it thinking, okay, something's going on here. It's 3-3 on penalties, so what's going on? And this is the last penalty. Then my wife says that that's a Colombia missed and this, that and the other. Dyer comes up, I turn my back, and I was waiting for the wife's reaction. Dyer gets it in. We go through to the quarterfinals. Yay, excellent stuff. So, big up England. You really need to stop messing about with that ball, honestly. You are not elite football players who are used to playing with each other, okay? For your clubs and whatever, of course, very, very good. You know your team players. With England, you don't know each other that well to be playing tip-tap-toe with a damn ball in defence, playing stupid little games, getting yourselves into trouble. The midfield, we may as well not have had a midfield because I don't actually recall them. I think our defenders had more of the ball unnecessarily than what any other players on the pitch did. The midfield itself, didn't really see too much. The wing, fair enough. Attack, meh. So, England, get knuckling down. Because this is knockout. You go balls to the wall. You do everything that you can to get through this quarter-final. Hey, don't get me wrong. They've got much further than what I thought they were going to get. At the beginning of the tournament, with Gareth Southgate being manager, I just look at his club career. And I'm not too impressed with his managerial of surviving, helping teams survive as manager. That's not going to win a tournament. But hey, I would love to be wrong. I would love to make a video in a couple of weeks' time saying, wow, how wrong was I about Gareth Southgate? England just won the World Cup. But if we can play like we did in the first half today, we got a very good chance. Some big teams have been knocked out of this tournament. If England are ever going to win a World Cup, it's now. Now is the time. With the teams that's in there, there's only really a couple of real danger ones. Russia, maybe, but beatable. Of course, they're the home nation, of course. Brazil, maybe. And, of course, that rematch against Belgium, of course, where we played our pretty much second-string team, I suppose, against their team. And I played all right. But that game didn't matter if we won, lost or drew. It didn't matter. But either way, I need these guys going balls for the wall. 90 minutes, each game. Do it. As if it's your last game on earth. Go for it, England. Come on, England. Bring that World Cup home. And don't forget to have a little tour of it here in Newcastle, so I can have like a little look, of course. Either way, excellent stuff. I was on tender hooks, of course, as I'm sure a lot of you guys were, so big up England. You did what you had to do. This time, don't mess it up, okay? Whether it's Sweden or Switzerland, unless of course I'm way off and I totally misread it throughout the last week or so, looking at potentially who we could be getting in the next one. I believe it's either Sweden or Switzerland. If I'm wrong, I do apologise, but either way, yes, they have some pretty good players in each their team, but England should beat them potentially and go through to the semis. But first things first, let's get that game done. Bring it on. See, I think it's in 4 days time, isn't it? So yeah, bring it on. Anyway, congratulations to England. I hope everybody enjoyed the game. I hope nobody had a heart attack, and I hope nobody is out getting too merry right now, celebrating, or already kicked in the wife, as my wife nearly come close to, and all that kind of thing. So anyway, hopefully you don't have any divorces to worry about, and kids, we've been throwing them through windows or kicking up your living room and throwing beer at the TV and kicking in your car, whatever it is that you've been doing. So hopefully everybody enjoyed the game, and thank God it's over, right? I hate penalties. Anyway, big up to all of you for listening. Thank you very much. Click that thumbs up, subscribe. Catch you all on the next video.